And we are back. Hello, let me up the volume here so everybody can actually hear me. Alright, we should be good as well. Hello again, Mr. Udall.
Hi, can they hear me?
Yes, you're good now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you had an enjoyable break. I made a sandwich. It was bomb. What'd you do, man? Did you get some food?
I got a quick snack. I had some food from last night and grabbed a water, and we're good. But yeah, we're going into game 2 here. We got Rekt for Kids and ADEZ. These two teams have a little bit more of a backstory that I know about, at least. Rekt for Kids, we play with them every once in a while. Just like in friendly, we're friends with them. They are also filthy cho'Gall pickers. But Sean was in chat earlier and said he's got plans for this draft, and it rhymes with "This is Timmy." So
Jimmy Raynor
might be seeing a Jimmy coming out. But yeah, these ADEZ, when we played them, and I think the only game they took off of this. So these two teams were in Chair League Division 1, both of them.
Okay.
So Rekt for Kids ended up going undefeated for matches in Division 1, but they lost one game, and that one game was to ADEZ, who ran a Task Tracer Hypercarry comp. So I fully expect them to probably ban that. My team lost to ADEZ 2 games in a row with the Task Tracer comp, so hopefully they don't make the same mistakes we did.
Who is their Tracer player?
Who is their Tracer player? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Generally, Task Tracer comps require really strong tracers. So, I mean, if it's something they run a lot, it looks like they all are already, though. I'm going to start into the game. But basically what I was saying is if they run a lot of Task Tracer comps, that means they must have a very strong Tracer player, which is really cool.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Game 1, Rekt for Kids versus ADEZ. Blue team is going to be Rekt for Kids. Red is going to be ADEZ for us. So, Battlefield of Eternity. This is definitely a huge cho'Gall map if they do want to go for it. There's an excellent, excellent hero on this map. But there's a lot of other picks on this map that are very, very good. Maltheo, you have Garrosh, who's excellent. ETC is pretty good here. What are you thinking going into this?
I mean, you know better than me. You've predicted all. Ban. Be a cho'Gall ban. I personally would like to see a Murd in early rotation. I just feel like he's a really strong and flexible hero. That being said, I'm not really sure. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like an Anna as well. She seems really strong, really high in priority. Wait, so what heroes do you like to combo with cho'Gall so much? Is Anna with the Nano Boost pretty good? Or
Nano Boost is excellent. Ariel is still excellent. Medic is actually very, very good. Those three are probably the biggest healers. Rhaegar is also decent. You got that Ancestral if you need it. But I would say Anna, Ariel, Medic are probably the top 3. And then you can go another frontline hero and another backline DPS if you want. You can go for a double support, go for a 2-3. That's what they like to do a couple of times. They had a... But that being said, if Greymane's banned here, Rekt for Kids, Lunara ban, hovering, maybe Azul. Okay, they're going around.
They're trying.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to note, though, is that they did run it down to the very last second with that Greymane ban. So it's not something. It seems like they really discussed it a lot. That kind of lets us know that they weren't 100% positive of what they were planning on banning going into this set. So that's something where the other team might, it looks like they're running the clock down pretty far as well. The Tracer, maybe they were just kind of memeing around since you even mentioned the Task Tracer. I just, kind of want to point that out, that the fact that it went to 0 seconds. The Garrosh first pick as well. We saw this work really well last set. Let's see if they can get the same power and strength out of the Garrosh this game.
I fully expect Squirrelshawn here to pick ETC. They generally, Squirrelshawn on Rix will go Garrosh if he's available, ETC if he's not. There it is. So ETC, Rhaegar, very, very solid. Again, like we were saying earlier, your first 5 heroes in the draft generally don't show a lot. Rhaegar ETC is extraordinarily strong, no real weaknesses, and doesn't show much about your draft either.
Yeah, really flexible, able to go into double support, able to run a solo support. I actually really like that 1-2 rotation coming out by Rekt for Kids. Let's see what this 2-3 follow-up is. I wouldn't be surprised to see a support, maybe something like an Anna, maybe even Uther, since you see the ETC on the other team, and then probably like a range damage. I'd actually kind of like to see a Li Ming come out. You can get the Wave of Force to stop the Mosh Pit, as well as Mimi is just a really strong pick on this map. She's able to kind of posture in the middle of the map, throw some poke out. And it's also a good follow-up off the Garrosh, Q into flip.
It's true. Excellent, excellent Immortal race. Nobody goes for it, but I am always a big proponent of Seeker on Li Ming at 7 here, just for the single target damage. There's going to be a Vala, though. That's also pretty safe. Go for a double support if they want, again, with that. Brightwing is the last pick there, so good follow-up to the Garrosh flip, right? You have the Vala huge burst, with she goes Q-build, especially on this map. You have Brightwing with a Poly, and potentially an Emerald Wind later on. You have a lot of options there.
It does look like they are checking into the double support with the Brightwing. I'd expect probably Oriole or Medic would be their two preferred second healer. I don't think they'd be sad with a Lucio either. But I think those 3 heroes are kind of the big ones they want to help their hyper carry Bala survive. Maybe even Uther, depending on how it works out. But I'm almost positive we'll see a second support for ADEZ and then probably a solo laner, maybe something like Malthael, Sonya, to really round out their comp. They do ban the Tassadar. That's a good ban as well. Tass would fill that second support role. And here for ADEZ, I'm not really sure what they do ban here. I mean, you kind of just take away what you don't want to play against. Maybe that's a support. Maybe that's a certain damage dealer.
Zergling, I know, runs a lot of Kel'Thuzad on this map, and is also an excellent Kel'Thuzad player, so I might see that ban, especially with the ETC Rhaegar. That is a whole lot of lockdown that you don't want to deal with. That's an option for Rekt. But again, they can kind of fill any generic DPS in here and be just fine.
Yeah, well, I like you bringing that up. I would see, I would love to see that ban coming out. Sensitive favorite heroes. I think that could be a really solid ban. And this is the power of the Rhaegar ETC, right? There are just so many options, so many different things you can go into. They are scared of the Malthael. My guess is that would have been comboed with the Ana. I think this is a really solid ban. We keep talking about that Ana Malthael nano boosted Tormented Souls. There's just such a nasty combo. Like there is no stopping it. The only stop would be like Emerald. Everyone runs away and tries to survive. Monk coming out. I like this pick. With a Monk, I would expect to see them. I could even see a Bloodlust here. Maybe that's me being a little ambitious, but maybe they go something like Jimmy Raynor and go for the Bloodlust. They do go for the Li Ming. I do like the Li Ming on this map for the reasons I mentioned earlier. She's really good at poking the Immortal as well as, it's good follow-up off the UTC slide. UTC slide and the Li Ming combo is a lot of burst damage. And, just really solid range damage for this map. For ADEZ, I'm expecting a solo laner plus a support. Probably an Oriole. Maybe even an Uther, but probably an Oriole +1 here.
Yeah, I would agree, and I wouldn't say Bloodlust is too far out of the realm of possibility with Rekt. They won the Chair League season or Division 1 with they had Gazlo, Raynor, triple support. That was their comp for the last game, so they are known to run some cheese now and then. So it's not too far out of the realm of possibility for Bloodlust, but maybe not with a Li Ming pick. Mm-hmm. But I also fully expect to see a solo laner plus probably another support here. Maybe a Sonya solo.
I do like the Sonya, actually. I feel like that could be really solid. It's tanky, brings good damage. Also brings a lot of frontline presence for your Vala. Combos well with the Oriole as well. Let's see what they do end up going here. It is the Genji Alarak. We were both completely off the mark. I like this. It's a lot of burst damage. Really, Rixer for kids are going to have to be playing on their toes. They might just get one shot.
Yeah, definitely. That's a ton of burst coming out right away. So Q-Build, Vala, Genji, and Alarak, all 3 of those heroes can just delete somebody. And with a Garrosh flip, they're going to have to play really safe and make sure that that Li Ming and Rhaegar are safe and sound. Because Kharazim and ETC can kind of get out of it, right? You have the jump from Kharazim, unless he gets taunted later on. But ETC is fairly tanky. Not too much of a problem for him to survive through that. But definitely Li Ming or Rhaegar, if either of them are anywhere near that, they are just dead.
Yeah, I'd actually kind of like to see something like an Artanis or a Sonya coming out for Rixer for kids here. Just another tanky frontliner where, you have a lot of burst, but you're not going to burst our hero, and then we're going to out-damage, out-sustain you. I don't really want to see another backliner. Maybe another tank. Something like Arthas could be okay, but I feel like Sonya or Artanis would be much more solid. Let's see what they are going to end up going. Was I right? Diablo.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what you were thinking with an extra beefy frontliner. Diablo coming in with that spell armor later on. Just this baseline spell armor at level 7 is going to be doing pretty good work against all of that spell damage coming out on the side of ADEZ. And they have good engage, right? If somebody gets flipped, that entire team almost can jump in after them and force that huge fight instead of just getting a pick off, which is one of the best ways to counter Garrosh. Is if you see him flip somebody and you have a bunch of divey heroes, you can jump in and force them to have a really hard time focusing down that one hero.
Yeah, I actually really like this composition coming out by Rekt for Kids. I mean, because AD, they are a one-shot comp. Are you going to one-shot a Diablo? Are you going to one-shot an ETC? Even Monk is really hard to kill. So I feel like Rekt for Kids definitely has the tools to take apart this one-shot comp coming out from ADEZ. They just all need to, exactly what you were saying, when someone gets comboed, when someone gets flipped, all go in and dive in and say, if you're going to die, we're at least going to take one with you. And a one-for-one favors them, right? Because they have that Li-Ming to get the resets. I'm really excited to see how this plays out. I feel like the early game most likely favors ADEZ just because they can get those one-shots and damage onto the Immortal. But I feel like once ults start coming out, once Rekt for Kids starts scaling a little bit, the game is going to be really rough for ADEZ.
Yeah, definitely. So on the side of Rekt for Kids blue team, we have Squirrel Sean rocking that ETC, Dan Clan on Rhaegar, Dementia running the Li-Ming, Zergling dancing on Diablo over here, and Barcode gonna sit on that Kharazim in top lane.
And then Team ADEZ in the red, we Chrissy Flower, that's SSG. She's the manager for Space Station Gaming on the Bright Wing. Mecha Streisand on the Vala. GG Hickey Boz on the Garrosh. Woozer on the Genji. And then Alarak being played by Yo Mama AAA. I love these names, man. That's
great. Ooh, the flip. Oof, right off the bat, gets a flip on the Zergling, but like I said, ETC can dive in after it and keep him pretty safe. Does take a bit of damage. Squirrel Sean gonna take a ton, actually. Just barely lives.
Survives.
Yeah, no E coming out from Worcester. No reset gonna be killing ETC out there.
Yeah, really good coming out by ADEZ though, forcing 2 taps on the side of Rekt for Kids. That's pretty big when the Immortal Phase comes out. Squirrel Sean with the slide in, Zergling with the turn onto the Volo, really good flip coming out by the Garrosh, but then Diablo just turned it all around and said, your Volo is mine. Leaving being pulled by the Garrosh is going to be all right.
Yeah, that's the one downside of flipping Diablo is if there's somebody to jump back to, he can push you back towards his team for free, and that's the Vala stepped a little bit too close there and got punished really hard for it.
Yeah, up in this top lane, it looks like the Alarak is winning pretty hard versus the Kharazim. He has a lot of damage to push him off. Looks like they are going to push the towers in, get some turret ammo up there. But meanwhile, in the bottom lane, this is where all the action is going to be happening. Watch the Garrosh. If he gets a really good flip into combo, they might be able to get the one shot. Looks like Rhaegar and Li-Ming are backing. I don't think that was in vision of ADEZ though, so they still are going to play a little scared because they don't know that it is a 4v2.
Yeah, they're trying to get that mana up, get full without having to tap right before this Immortal spawn, which is a good choice. Definitely want to be healthy and full of mana going into this. Like you said, Alarak's going to win that top lane pretty hard against any melee hero, so Kharazim just trying to soak that XP up there, not getting a ton out of that lane.
ADEZ with the early rotation onto the Immortal, 2,000 HP. Really good. Zergling looking for the engage. Is Genji going to fall? Really good slide coming out by Squirrel Sean and Squirrel Sean, and really good follow-up by the rest of his team. Garrosh is actually really low here. Okay, he is just going to walk away. The Alarak is pretty out of position here. It looks like Zergling is going to get the flip on him. Is he going to be able to survive? Bribing with the TP coming out. Huge Q coming out by him. If only that was level 4, it would have been worth. Flower is also going to be going down here as well. That should be a halftime Immortal phase for Rekt for Kids.
Definitely, and this is, like I said, the power of Death Diablo coming in is just getting these pickoffs left and right. That Genji wasn't even that far out of position, but with the combined CC between ETC and Diablo, he just could not move down there for so long. Let's Li-Ming get as much damage as possible and get those resets pretty quick. They're going to go for the full burn phase here at halftime. Vala doesn't yet have extra damage on her Q or a reset from 7, so Rekt for Kids is going to be favored in this and get the first Immortal.
Yeah, it looks like they are just going to reset and then most likely look to push with the Immortal. They are going to get the double here. Looks like Monk is going to split off, so it's going to be a 4-1 split coming out by Rekt for Kids. I like this coming out, making sure that you can get a lot of push in top with 4 heroes, but you also don't lose an entire bot wave bottom, which would get you behind in experience.
Yeah, definitely. So they're going to create a lot of pressure up here. Again, they still have huge kill pressure, even though it's a 4-1. Sometimes, you worry about the kill pressure in your 4-man, but not with this team.
Good flip from the Garrosh. Zergling is going to fall. The power
Excellent
of the
flip.
Garrosh, man.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about in the last series, is if you get flipped, sometimes it just doesn't matter how healthy you are. You are a dead hero if you get flipped under a fort with no creeps nearby.
Yeah, really good coming out by Hickey Boz there. Just, you know, really showing off the power of this hero. It does look like, you know, experience is a little bit favored for Rekt for Kids. They have probably about half a level. I don't think that's going to make that much impact moving forward. They might get 7, a little bit of 4. Ooh, Squirrel Sean checks the bush. Okay, really smart by Flower. Watching that bush, making sure that the enemy team doesn't get the sneaky wraparound on him. Uzi here, sitting in the bush, might be looking for something. Let's see if the Garrosh go for the flip here on the top side.
Yeah, he's looking for it. You can tell he wants that flip. ETC is going to jump in by himself and get flipped into the tower. Not going to go down just from the tower, but might end up dying on this chase. Diablo comes in from the flank, does flip the Genji, gets the reset on Li Ming, but not going to have enough damage or mana on Li Ming to finish off anybody else. So a good 1-for-1.
Good rotation coming out by the Monk. Rotating up to the top here. The flip onto the Rhaegar. The Rhaegar is going into ADEZ's favor when they had the 3 really good play from them. And during all of this time, Rekt for Kids are going to be losing an entire bot lane. That is a pretty big turn. They are also going to lose a tower. This is best case scenario for ADEZ. Really good play coming out by them.
Yeah, and that XP lead you were talking about, that half level, is just vanished. They're basically even at this point with those flips. And that's, again, that Garrosh is just getting kill after kill. So much value on that pick right now.
Yeah, pretty much all today, man. We've just seen Garrosh destroy teams like that. The hero just has so much power. The ability to displace the enemy is just so strong here. It looks like they are going to be taking out the Night Camp here. Really smart coming out by both teams. I love to see this. Basically what they're doing is when the objective comes up, they want to have pressure on 2 sides of the map, right? Where essentially you have a Knight pushing in top for both, and like for the blue team, you have a Knight pushing in bottom, and basically you force the enemy team to respond. Oh, Bush Camp coming out. The Alaric is going to get blown up here. Really smart play coming out by Rekt for Kids. Just sitting in that bush, predicting the Alarak rotation and then killing him. Looks like they're going to push into the Immortal now. Look to get halftime since they do have that 4v5 advantage.
Yeah, that CC train putting in work right now for Rekt for Kids. That's one dead Vala, gets the reset on Li Ming. She's in the backline trying to deal with this Genji. Is going to get pretty low but not die. And they should get this halftime fairly easily. Just on the basis that Vala's dead, they don't really have any burn on the side of ADEZ right now.
Looks like Genji is going to be rotating bottom to clear out that Night Camp. Looks like we're going to see the Rhaegar Monk also rotate out to top to clear. Looks like both teams are just going to take the defensive position, clear out the Night Camp, and then regroup for another 5v5. A lot of heroes are tapping top. They're low on mana. Looks like ETC, he should be alright here. He still has slide. Yep,
Yeah, I was gonna say, he was just poking in, getting some free damage while everybody was waiting to rotate around. Now that both of those camps are cleared, though, it should be a re-engage pretty soon. Rekt for Kids does have the XP advantage. If they win this, they're definitely going to hit 10 off of this Immortal push, which will be a very huge spike in power. But Monk does get flipped in the backline, gets out with the jump. Garrosh in kind of a bad spot, as well as Genji trying to go on that Li Ming in the backline. Barcode going very low on Monk. Kind of all over the place on this fight. Garrosh is still sitting at like 5% HP. Vala gets flipped and just instantly destroyed. Garrosh, Alarak, very low, gonna get reset on by Li Ming most likely. Cleaning those 2 kills up as well, and that's an Immortal as well. Like I said, this 10 coming out with this fort push is gonna be huge.
Yeah, this might be a really big turning point. This very healthy Immortal with a level 10 advantage could actually be a keep here for Kids. I'd love to see them push this advantage to the maximum. You have talent here, you have your Storm tier talents. You should be looking to dive past the 4, diving to keep. You have level 10, the enemy team doesn't. If they step up, you punish them. Really good play coming out by Li Ming that last team fight, just getting resets left and right, just pulling everyone up, throwing magic missiles and the orbs, blinking in. No fear. I love it.
Yeah, and ETC is going to go stage dive, so he's going to go get that split pressure, force somebody to react to him. Genji is going to head up there so he can stage dive in from the top lane while still getting all this XP.
Well, Alarak kind of out of position. Is Zergling going to go on him? No, he's not. It is to Ancestral. ETC with the stage dive in onto Squirrel. Garrosh is going to fall down. Are they going to be able to get the bribing as well? Good flip coming out by the Diablo. The 3-man stack for Alarak. They won. They got the late game. This Alarak is going to be a menace moving forward. He got his level 4 Basically, he hit 3 heroes, finished all of his quests. His Q now hits for, you know, at least 1 million more than it did before. Really, really awesome for them.
Yeah, that is a huge power spike for Alarak for sure. If you can get that 3-man quest done, his Q's gonna be hitting like a truck now.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, that is the power of the Alarak. Looks like Rooks and Frigates are just going to back off here very smartly. They're low on mana. They're low on HP. ADEZ is about to hit level 10 as well. Looks like we have Counter-Strike coming out. Emerald Wind. Genji is holding his ult. He does go with the X-Strike. This is, I guess he's afraid of the kill pressure on the other side. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he like makes happen with it. You also have Decimate coming out by the Garrosh, not the Taunt, and then Reign of Vengeance coming out for the Vala.
Interesting. Yeah, I love X-Strike personally. Every time I pick it on stream, I get miles of resident sleepers in chat. But I think it fits his playstyle very well. More of a get in, get out, not trying to sit next to all these really high damage heroes like Li Ming. You don't want to stand next to her as a Genji. So definitely trying to get a couple of kills, get out, maybe get a reset, and snowball the fight from there, and less of a huge team fight kind of pick.
I'd love to see ADEZ try and force an advantage here. They need to do something.
Yeah, they're a little bit behind, and ETC does have stage dive back up, so they're going to try and rotate to him instead of letting him join the rest of his team. But he very smartly is going to see that and probably just leave. Maybe start this camp actually and get caught out, but ADEZ doesn't look like they want to pull that trigger right now.
Yeah, it looks like they are looking for something. They are bush camping on the far left side of the map. But Mixer for Kids, no fear. They're running to the enemy team's night camp. This barcode. Is he gonna fall here? He doesn't have palm. Ancestral and 7-sided coming out. APOC as well. Looks like the ball is gonna get blown up here. Resets are coming out for the Li Ming. She is just blowing everyone up. Can she kill Garrosh? ETC and Rekt both have 1 HP. Genji trying to get the reset. Okay, that's 1 reset. Is he gonna be able to get the E? Is he gonna be able to kill the Li Ming? Yes, she is going to fall. Man, I thought that fight was going so poorly for ADEZ. They lost their Vala so fast. But their Genji and their Alarak just turned it around.
Yeah, that looked huge. Like that positioning that APOC land onto Vala, it felt like it was going to wipe up that team fight fairly quickly. But ADEZ, I think that Alarak damage really came in handy there.
Yeah,
a lot of burst damage coming out on heroes that weren't Vala, so when one hero died, they weren't completely done with the fight.
Yeah, it looks like Squirrel Sean should actually go down here. Pretty ambitious. They are chaining deaths. This is actually pretty big. They might be able to just get the entire Immortal off this. They have a 4v5 for 20 seconds. Let's see what they try and do. Let's see if they try and defend this 4v5.
He is going to have stage dive when he comes back up, so he'll be able to join the fight as soon as he spawns, but the Immortal might be done before then. With the reset on Vala, she has so much Immortal damage. Genji taking a lot of damage, though. Does get a Brightwing teleport. Li Ming eats a full combo from Alarak, almost goes down instantly, but does come back into the fight. Stage dive should be coming out fairly soon.
In the back, though. Okay, no, he is. Alarak looks like he is going to go to death. Uses the X-Strike to safely. Oh, that wave of 4 stopping the D midway through. Okay, Genji is going to go out, though, but Garrosh is a sacrificial lamb. Vala being chased down by the ETC. And it looks like Rekt for Kids smartly just backing up and taking the rest of the Immortal.
Yeah, that was excellent. That the stage dive putting in work, got that kill on the Alarak early, reset his sadism, which is actually huge. Zergling gets a kill onto Genji out of nowhere. Just finds him sticking around where he shouldn't be, apparently. And the devastating charge is putting in work against him, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, he just went for a greedy recall and got punished for it. It shouldn't be that big of a... They wanted to on the Immortal, but... You know, that little bit of experience going over is pretty bad. They might just have to give up this fort, actually, because the Genji did fall.
Yeah, so they are going to go back to this 4-1 split with ETC pulling up the solo lane. Stage dive's coming up in about 14 seconds. So again, he will be able to join this fight whenever he wants to. Genji's going to go head down to deal with him, but if this fort goes down, they could have a 16-13 advantage, and that's not a fight you want to take on the side or for ADEZ.
Yeah, I feel like Genji should be topside here. They might just be able to force the 45 here. They look really aggressive. I'd love to see Rekt for Kids just force the 4v5. Yeah, it looks like they are going to. APOC coming out. Really good polymorph, actually stopping the charge. Garrosh is going to go down, though. Hardly going to be able to get anything else, though. Counter-Strike coming out. 7-sided. That looks like a dead Alarak for me. Emerald Wind saving the Vala. She has a sliver of HP, throwing her Qs out. Genji is rotating over now. Let's see if he can get anything done.
There's probably a gone keep, though. Yeah, for sure. With the Flip back, not quite happening, but Mecha Streisand in a lot of trouble on Vala. Whoopster and Genji trying to get out. But that's a dead keep, like we said. 2 heroes dead means you can't really defend that keep. So that's gone. That's a huge advantage going into the next Immortal.
Yeah, really good recognition coming out by Zergling, realizing that Genji is popping his APOC. You know, that was such a good reaction time coming out by Flower on the Brightwing though. She stopped the Diablo mid-Q with the polymorph. You know, I feel like that fight would have gone incredibly worse if that Q was able to get off. So just want to highlight, you know, superb mechanical play coming out by her.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely you can cast it out of range, and then if he does go into range, he will get polyed as soon as you can. But that is still excellent knowledge to get him on the charge so he doesn't get the flip off and actually kill that Genji.
Yeah, it looks like ADEZ is going to clear out this top lane siege camp, push up a little with their knights. They have the Brightwing smartly soaking the off lane. I like this call, just using your global advantage. They need to hit 16 as soon as possible. That way they can get the 16 to 18 fight. Looks like...
That's a good thing to note. The Brightwing, it hasn't been the solo. Like, when ETC goes down to solo to stage dive in, Brightwing has not been there to match him. It's been Genji, who can't rotate nearly as fast as ETC. That being said, Zergling's going to go into Mecha Streisand, but doesn't quite get the flip. Just gets out of range of that, so nothing going on there, just kind of poke.
Yeah, there's some quick reaction time coming out by Vala. As soon as he...
Oh.
Looks like Immortal is spawning. There is a lot of pressure here on the top side. If Reks for Kids don't respond to this, they may actually end up losing their fort. Fort is, you know, running low on ammo. Wave is about to crash in. Rhaegar is trying to decide if he wants to go do that or not. This could actually be really risky for Reks for Kids. I see that they're trying to push... Okay, Rhaegar is coming back. So if they do go for this push camp, it will be a 5v4. I really like this play. They have the 16 advantage. They're looking to exploit that. ADEZ need to be careful. Alarak is walking right into the trap. Seems like he has no idea.
Ooh, that's just a rough fight. Instant resets on Li Ming, gets 2 kills right away. Garrosh getting very low as well. Brightwing with the Emerald Wind to save herself and the Garrosh, but it might have been too little too late. This might be one gone Immortal already. There's 30 seconds of free Immortal time. Zergling pushing Genji out just a little bit. Might get flipped by Garrosh here, but shouldn't go down. ETC actually coming back, wants to re-engage.
Looks like that should be a safe Genji. Genji's gonna survive here. He's still strike. Oh, he eased through. It looks like, okay, Garrosh and Genji are fall down here.
Yeah.
Good play coming out by the Leon. That should be an entire Immortal. Gang Clan, meanwhile, says, team? There's an objective, team? He is taking it, gets the entire half. Really good play coming out. Yes, that should be in a full Immortal. This might be game over. 16-minute Immortal, full shields. I would like to see what Reks for Kids are going to be able to make happen here. Oh, look at they are going to go into the Vala as well. She just got out of... Really smart play by Zergling and Squirrel Sean.
Yeah, excellent. Knowing just those 2 alone can get that kill. We have Devastating Charge and Domination on Diablo. He does a lot of damage in these small choke points where there's a lot of walls for him to flip people to. So
Look
definitely very scary.
They're still waiting. They're still... now they're finally rotating out. But really play by them. They're sitting in that bush, challenging anyone to walk out and try and come and damage their Immortal.
They're hungry. They want blood.
I love it. Oh, full shielded Immortal. No bot wall. This should be game over. If Reks are for Kids, play their cards right. They get a couple kills. This GG. Let's see what ADEZ can do here.
Yeah, it is an even tier, so that's a pretty good thing to have. At least they're not down a tier and having the Immortal, but it is a full HP Immortal. This keeps probably going down one way or another. But might like to see ETC getting a little bit, pushing with the katas slightly just to create some pressure, but him being here is also not a bad choice.
Oh, it looks like Zergling is going to go with the APOC charge. She is surviving way longer. Is she actually going to get out of this? No, she is going to fall. That is a reset. Genji gets soloed by Li Ming in the back. Great work coming out by Dimension. Ancestral healing just because. Why not? I'm trying to boost my healing numbers for the end of the game. That is going to be game over. Reks are for Kids. You know, I'd say pretty convincingly taking this win over ADEZ. Really good. You know, I was a little skeptical of the Diablo pick at first, but it really is showing off.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, like I said, Reks are for Kids. They went undefeated for the most part in Cherry League last season, so they are definitely no slouches. Excellent game from them. I'd just like to highlight the just the tank play. Like ETC and Diablo just sat in the front line and did not let anybody do anything.
There were, you know, an immovable wall. I like it. You know, it really. Yeah, I like the Diablo there. He brings, you know, the of this map best mod, just how many walls and, you know, positions and places there are for Diablo to get value, just, you know, devastating charging you into a wall, getting that extra damage. This map is really good for it. I really like the Diablo application. You know, it was the last pick. They used it to counter the enemy kill comp, and, you know, they played it spectacularly.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely great play from them. Just trying to get this next lobby set up in just a second.
I do really like the Garrosh as well. I feel like I think maybe it's instead of going for the Genji Alarak at the end there, if they would have gone for a second support plus a solo laner, maybe they would have done better. That being said, you know, like they had some good opportunities that game. I don't feel like ADEZ got face roll stomped. I definitely feel like it was a back and forth. Rixer for Kids just kind of got into the lead, won a team fight, and never really relinquished their hold on the game, which is a sign of a good team. Sign of, you know, solid shot calling. It's good to see.
Yeah, definitely. They are very, very coordinated when they do play and turn it on. They are really hard to stop. They execute like you saw. As soon as one person got caught, they were dead from everybody. Everybody jumped on them. They got the Karazim coming in with the Iron Fist damage, Li Ming blowing them up with the Calamity Wave of Force, and just getting reset after reset. Especially with a hero like Li Ming, you really need the coordination to pull off and get that first pick, and then this fight snowballs from there really, really quickly.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting to get this map choice or first pick choice from ADEZ. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for watching right now, guys. I really appreciate it. Very excited for Game 2 here. Want to see exactly how this goes out. What do you think they do? Do they pick differently? Was it a draft problem? Should I go to a better map for it? What are you feeling?
I feel like, you know, Rixer for Kids, they won the draft a little bit, but I don't feel like it was a draft problem more than anything. I feel like Rixer for Kids just executed very well, right? And that's something where, yes, you could have had a little bit more of an optimal path on the side of AZDZ, but I'm not sure what they do, honestly. You said that Squirrel Sean really enjoyed the ETC. I feel like an ETC ban could be getting rid of that ETC ban or that ETC in the front line could be a solid takeaway. Outside of that, I'm not really sure what else. I don't really see that many other really good bans.
Yeah, so the problem is he plays ETC and Garrosh. He will basically lock which one isn't banned. So unless you're gonna ban Garrosh and first pick ETC, it's kind of a rough spot to be in, because it's hard to ban those two tanks out, right? You generally want at least one of them. And with that, it looks like Mecca Streisand is gonna go ahead and set up that lobby.
Yeah, it looks like they made it.
Okay, cool.
I'm in there.
Excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and recall you actually really quick because you were breaking up a little bit in that last game.
Okay.
So I'll get that in just a sec. Okay.
Hello?
Hello. All right.
It looks like my camera keeps... I don't know if that's on my end or...
It feels like it's fine on my end. I haven't seen it do anything too crazy.
Just watching the broadcast and it like goes in and out, or it like goes white. That's weird.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, so going into this, they picked Infernal Shrines. So, Infernal Shrines, very good map. I really like this map. It's very constant. It's not a lot of cheese possibility. Like it's a fairly straightforward map for the most part.
Whose map pick was it?
It was ADEZ's map pick.
Okay. So they opted into map pick over pick.
Yes.
That definitely, in my mind, means one of two things. Either this is just their favorite map and they're really strong, or maybe they have a specific strategy plan, something they've been practicing with together as a team. Either way, I'm really excited to see. I love when teams take map pick over first pick. I just feel like taking a team to your battleground, to your kind of home turf, is always a really cool mentality. And just because so many teams and people are obsessed with, oh, first pick is OP, but I feel like there's a lot of value in, you know, playing a map that you're much more comfortable on, or maps that you have specific openers and good strategies for. So I'm excited to see what they show for us onto this map. You know, I'm excited to cast John Cena absolutely dumpstering heroes left and right. That is the Punisher, for those of you who don't know. That's what I like to call him. John Cena in there wrecking kids.
Absolutely. Yeah, John Cena got to come out and jump on some people, drop some elbows, do what he has to do. Yeah, so definitely. So how do you feel like ADEZ should approach this draft then? Should they ban out the ETC? Should they ban Garrosh? Because obviously they're not first pick, so one of those is probably going to go over to Rixer for Kids.
I think I like the Garrosh ban. Just the amount of value I've seen Garrosh get today. I don't think. Yes, he lost in the last map, but like even in the last map when he lost, he was getting a lot of value, getting a lot of picks and kills, and I just don't think dealing with that is necessarily worth it. I mean, unless you have a really good counter strat, just like Rixer for Kids had, with the ETC Diablo diving in. If you don't have something like that planned, I'd like to see him just ban out the Garrosh.
Yeah, I agree. I might say just ban the Garrosh, and maybe you're going to get the ETC, which is you're going to have to deal with, but this is also a very good map for ETC, so it's going to be hard to deal with him. But let's get into the second game here on Infernal Shrines. Game 2, ADEZ versus Rixer for Kids coming out. So they are flopped this time, so ADEZ is going to be on the blue team for us, and Rixer for Kids on the red team.
Nice. I am excited to see what they first ban here. I know you've mentioned the Cho'Gall. So I'm curious to see if they are hovering the Junkrat. Oh, okay, the Rainer. You know it's a troll when they start hovering Rainer.
This is Jimmy.
I mean, they did this last time, that they'll just kind of hover around, probably around 30 seconds, they'll end up banning. It looks like they, Diablo ban actually does seem, okay, they are just going to ban the Tracer.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, that Tracer Tassadar was very, very well performed on the side of ADEZ, so definitely getting rid of that is pretty key. Getting rid of that comfort. Force them onto something that they're not as comfortable on, especially because they have map pick, right? They're taking you to their map, you don't want to also give them their draft on top of that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's something tried and true. They've proven that they can beat you with Task Tracer. Why would you play against it? I like the first ban on the Tracer here. I mean, it's moment of truth now. Are we going to see the Garrosh ban? Are we going to see ETC? Are we going to see the Greymane again? I don't think we'll see the Greymane ban. I think that was something where, remember last game they went down to about 0 seconds. They weren't sure what they wanted to ban. I think in this game they'll have a much clearer idea. Maybe even get rid of the ETC. Maybe the Diablo. The Diablo was just wreaking havoc on the last game. Yeah,
I also feel like that was a function of the map as well, right? Greymane burns Immortals very, very quickly and at very little cost. So definitely he's a highly contested hero on that map. So I can understand why you would ban it there. But it is the Diablo, like you said. That Diablo was just too much for them. They're not going to have any of that this game, though. Get him out of here.
Yeah, this is a really strong Diablo map as well. So I like this. You got dumpstered by a hero. You might as well just take it away. I am curious to see if it is the Garrosh first pick here. Pretty consistently, we've seen teams pick up the Garrosh in the first rotation if it's allowed. Yep, and there it is. The first pick, Garrosh. Let's see what their counter is. Are they going to go ETC Rhaegar? That was what Rixer for Kids counter was. I would like to see the ETC for sure. I feel like ETC as a tank is pretty natural counter to it, as well as the fact that Diablo's bound out. You kind of need your tank here. The second pick, I'm not sure. I think Gul'dan can be good. Port could be good. But the ETC for sure for me.
Yeah, definitely. That's like I was saying, Squirreltron, if Garrosh is open, he'll pick it. If not, he'll pick ETC. So they do leave the Garrosh open, and that gets first picked right away. I would like to see, like you said, probably an ETC or maybe another tank who can deal with being flipped. Anubrak's okay at it. Johanna's pretty good with that too, just being in the middle of the enemy team kind of benefits her. Arthas, someone like that. To just eat that flip and be okay with it rather than trying to avoid the flip. Oh, maybe they're going to go the exact opposite. They're going to go for a Junkrat first pick.
This kind of screams to me that they're going to go a Poe comp. Junkrat, one of his biggest strengths is that he's really safe, right? Like he can do damage from really far away. He has a low health pool, but he can do that damage from afar. Looks like the Malfurion as well. It intervenes for the Junkrat to give him that mana so he can constantly be throwing spells. Greymane Rhaegar follow up instantly. Didn't even take 1 second. Rixer for Kids know what they want, and their comp is looking really scary for me. I mean, ADEZ, this is their map pick. They took us here. They first rotation Junkrat. They 100% have a plan, have an idea. Is this actually a Wombo combo? Maybe it's Riptire plus Silence.
That could be.
Actually, yeah. Maybe a Zeratul or a Medivh later on in order to, get that stasis so you can set up your Wombo combo. I'm interested to see what ADEZ is out of.
Yeah, that could be pretty good. One thing to note, Malfurion cannot innervate Junkrat. He doesn't have mana.
Oh, insane.
It's fine. But that is a good it's a thing to note because you can't your cooldown reduction does not benefit the Junkrat at all. But yeah, it's interesting to see what Junkrat builds as well. There's a couple of different builds that I favor personally. There's obviously the more damagey kind of Taste for Explosion, stacking that damage up as much as you can. But there's also going for the Steel Trap talent at level 4 gets you 3 of those traps out if you can complete the quest. And then you can just sit back and they can't really engage on you. They're going to have a super hard time walking past all those traps. Uther ban here to make sure they don't have a Greymane just unstoppable in their backline though.
That actually kind of screams Wombo combo to me. I have to give armor on people who are rooted or stunned or silenced. It is one of the natural counters, being able to use his W, his Wave of Light, through a bunch of heroes that are getting Wombo comboed. I think they are going to go with a Wombo. I'd expected to see the Medivh or the Zeratul coming out here as I'm not sure what their other 2 picks are, but I'm pretty sure they're going to pick that hero plus a couple others. ETC is going to be the ban. The tank choke. I mean, Murden and Johanna are both still up. Both heroes you said are really strong against the Garrosh. I'm excited to see what they do pick up though.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, Rekt for Kids know what they wanted. They instantly locked that Greymane Rhaegar. That 3 very meta picks, but they're very meta for a reason. Those are all extraordinarily strong. Very few weaknesses for them, and they have very high upsides. Great wave clear on Greymane and Rhaegar. Camp clear on both of them. Camps are pretty important on this map. The summoner camps especially, and then great burst follow-up for the Garrosh flip. But that being said, the tank choke, like you said, is kind of real. The Murd and Johanna, though, being up as well, might be potential counters for the Garrosh, and potential beefy front lines to let your Junkrat sit back and poke.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Tassadar
Okay.
Vala. So that is a pretty pokey comp. Okay, so it's my original. I thought it was going to be a poke style comp where you play out of the range of Garrosh, where yeah, he can flip, but we're just going to poke you from afar, make you take a lot of damage from afar, and whittle you down before you have the opportunity to get that one shot. I don't think we're going to see the Wombo combo come out now. High sustain comp. This team has proven that they like the task comps. I know they like the task tracer, but let's see how it works out with the task Vala.
Yeah, task follows a lot of poke, like you said. That's probably just going to be what they're going for. Hopefully, they're thinking their poke can clear out those shrines enough. They do have decent, like you said, poke on pretty much everybody on that comp right now, so they have good options, especially if they go for like a force wall just to get the Garrosh out and make him stay out, rather than trying to engage with an Archon. Last couple seconds coming down for Rekt for Kids, though, they can kind of pick whatever they want. They can go another healer, they can go another DPS and another frontline. They can do pretty much whatever. Kerrigan Brightwing, okay.
I like this. They I really need to commend Rekt for Kids. I feel like it's just amazing, right? They draft 3 heroes that can go either way. They can be a dive comp, they can be a safe comp. They just don't reveal anything with their first 3 picks, and then once ADEZ have revealed, all right, we're going a poke comp, they go the Kerrigan, they go the Brightwing, they go the hard engage comp, which is how you counter a poke comp. So I just feel like they've done a really good job drafting. I really like the Kerrigan Brightwing coming out here. It's a scary comp when you're looking at it. They have a lot of damage, a lot of sustain. I'm not sure what they pick here. It's probably a Johanna, maybe a Murden, but I feel like it has to be maybe Johanna, maybe Arthas, some kind of really tanky, beefy frontline that isn't going to get one shot by the enemy's big damage.
I was going to say, even Murden might go down to all that burst, because carrying Greymane, Rhaegar, that's a ton of damage coming at you. It is going to be Johanna, so that's, yeah, I was fully expecting something like that. Someone with enough beefiness and the Unstoppable on herself to get out of that alive, but definitely a scary comp coming out of Rekt for Kids. They have, if you get caught by anything, you're just gonna die, right? If you get polymorphed, Kerrigan can jump you. If you get flipped, you're obviously just in a bad spot. ADEZ, the onus is on them to definitely outperform and outpoke this hard engage comp.
Oh my god! I'm sorry. Excuse me.
You're good.
It was like right as you started.
No, yeah, you're all right.
Bad. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens. I feel like they have the tools to, if they sidestep a Kerrigan combo or they sidestep the Garrosh Q, they can get a lot of value this game. Whoa! I kind of want to point something out. So Hickey Boz is actually going to be the one playing the Junkrat. he was playing Garrosh last game, and Flower was the Brightwing player last game, and she's on the Johanna. So it seems like they have a complete role swap going on here
Yeah.
on Team ADEZ. Hickey Boss said it's time for me to carry. Put me on Junkrat.
Excellent. I like it. So, getting into game 2 here, Rixer for Kids versus ADEZ. We have Mecha Streisand on the Malfurion, J-Buzz on the Tassadar, Flower on Johanna, Woofser on Vala, and Hickey Boss, like you said, running that Junkrat.
And in the red, up 1-0 against their opponent, we have Rix R4 Kids, Zergling playing the Gray main. We have Barcode on the Kerrigan, Dang Clan on the Brightwing, Dementia on the Rhaegar, and Squirrel Sean playing the Garrus. So let's see if Squirrel Sean can get a swap here. Both teams meeting 5v5 in the mid. It's going to be a brawl. Oracle coming out by Tassadar here. Smart rotation coming out by the Rhaegar here. He's rotating down to the bottom. I love when teams do this. Rhaegar has a lot of wave clear with his level 1. Okay, it looks like he's just coming back to mid. I thought he was going to insta clear the bot wave. Looks like
they generally don't. If they don't have to, they're not going to brawl in the early game. But that's probably... Ooh, it's a lot of damage on the Junkrat, and the combo of Kerrigan with follow-up, and that's just one dead guy. Every time he gets flipped, he's in a lot of trouble. Zergling, though...
Maybe onto the... Yeah,
getting the return kill.
Squirrel Sean might actually even die as well here. No. So much of that came from the Junkrat. I think he's top damage in the game. Yeah, Junkrat is top.
I guess
Streisand is actually going to die top. Is Woofser going to go down as well? He is in a scary position here. Does he have vault soon? Maybe. What a champ.
What a
does
champ.
survive.
Alright, just gonna go to the wave clear. Interesting to note, it is Caltrops on Vala, and not the hot pursuit like you would normally see, and kind of a poke comp. I guess because she's not gonna try and auto attack a lot, she doesn't want to stay at max hatred, because that forces her into kind of a bad spot. So that I can see that. That makes sense. But they have this 3-man clear going. Kerrigan gonna clear up bottom, and then potentially rotate up for a pick if they can get it on a Garrosh. Top lane's got to be kind of boring back and forth. Dan Clan and Hickey Boss just clearing lanes at each other, not doing a whole lot.
Yeah, it looks like we also have a Storm build coming out by the Tassadar. I really like this. Ooh, okay, just the pull onto Johanna. She is that beefy tank. She's not really afraid of anything. I like the Storm build coming out. You almost always want to go Storm build if you're afraid to die. And looking at the comp on Rixer for Kids, that Tassadar is afraid to die. So I like the Storm build. It's a lot of safe, consistent damage. Johanna is flipped into the tower. Takes absolutely no damage, though. Does have to pop the ball. There's about a 10 to 15 second window where that Johanna is a kill tower. But Woozy does get flipped in. Kerrigan combo coming out onto the ball. Brightwing TPing in as well. Flower in there just doing major damage. Well, you know, meanwhile, ADEZ got 20 little shrine monkeys. I'm not sure what the proper term is. I always call it monkeys.
I think they're skeletons technically, but yeah, monkeys works.
Zergling, huge damage going into the ball of the getting the life. J-Dubs having to use his dimensional shift to get out here. Junkrat, meanwhile, just throwing damage onto everyone. Kerrigan a little out of position here. It is going to be okay, though. Johanna running in there. Big, beefy tank, not afraid of anything. Junkrat is going to get flipped. That is going to be a dead Junkrat. Can they get the monkeys, though? They are only down. They only need is 13 more.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage. Wolves are barely living. Gets pulled in, but no combo off Kerrigan. So 29 to 27. These are pretty even. ADEZ really needs to clear these shrine creeps up if they want to get this Punisher at the start, but so far looking like it's not going to happen. Yeah, the first objective goes to Rixer for Kids.
Yeah, really good focus coming out of Rixer for Kids on objective. It felt like ADEZ, you know, they had a really good lead with 20, but then they just started focusing on heroes, and they didn't focus on the monkeys anymore. I would like to see a better focus on monkeys, but all in all, Rixer for Kids just playing really good around this first objective and are a full level lead out of that. It's a really impressive play coming out by them.
Yeah, and this is a team that once they get advantages, they don't easily give them up. So I'm interested to see how they play. They had Brightwing, obviously, on this side lane, getting as much XP as she can with phase shift up whenever she really wants it. Johanna just gonna take a Q, not too much damage going on though. He's just stacking that quest, that Warbreaker quest at level 1 for Garrosh, looking for every Q he can to get that cooldown as soon as he can.
Yeah, it looks like Grayman is going to clear out this mid wave here. Rixer for Kids are going to be looking for that level 7 talent tier advantage, and then I'd like to see invade the enemy sieges, push a wall down, or get something off of that objective. Yeah, it looks like they are bush camping here. Oh, looks like they are going to go into that Junkrat. He is a machine right now. He is just eating Garrosh Qs left and right. Kerrigan coming out. Kerrigan combo onto Woofster. He gets out with 1 HP. What's that actually the bait? Okay, no, Kerrigan is going to be okay. Brightwing is forced to TP though. That is a pretty big TP coming out. Tastar is going to push out the top wave, and Rekt for Kids are going to lose a whole wave of experience topside. Meanwhile, there's still a fight going on. Garrus is getting so much value this game, flipping the Malfurion and blowing him up.
Yeah, Rick's just refusing to leave, saying this is our lane and you will die if you come near us. Interesting to note, it is going to be a full auto attack Vala, which, again, saying she didn't go Hot Pursuit at 1, I assume that she wasn't going to go for any kind of auto attack or short range build, but is she going to go for Death Dealer and Caltrops, trying to go for kind of the meme build to clear up those Shrine Creeps possibly and get a ton of Caltrops down in the meantime?
Yeah, it looked like both teams had the level 7 Frontier though, so it is going to be forcing to use her Unstoppable. Kerrigan still has her combo, I believe. Alright, she pulls it out. It does miss. Hickey bows with the flip. Looks like Garrosh is a little out of position here. Going to be chunked out. Tastar is top here though, so this could turn into a 4v5 for Rekt of the Kids at any moment if Brightwing does TP. Alright, Tast is starting to rotate down, but there is about 5 seconds where Rekt for Kids could force a 4v5. Looks like they are just going to catch the mid wave, catch the bot wave. ADEZ getting a pretty big monkey advantage here.
Yeah, Rekt for Kids, I thought they would be more inclined to just go in. They do blow up Woofster very, very quickly. The combo onto 2 kills them quite quick as well. Looks like the Malfurion is going to go down on the back end too. Can't really run from a Garrosh at that point. So that's 3 kills very, very quickly, and this is going to be probably the next Immortal, or next Punisher, also for Rekt for Kids.
Yeah, beautiful combo coming out by Bar. Hitting 2 of the backline squishy heroes and back of good follow for Kids. That is an objective. Beautiful play here. I love to see this where, alright, we don't need to 5-man the objective. We should take the wall right now. Let one person finish the objective while the rest of us get pushed. Flower is in a really risky spot. Okay, she does get through. They end up missing the bottoms. Did she get through? Is she gonna fall? No, okay. They didn't have level 10 for Rekt for Kids, so she does get out. She is safe here. I'd like to see Rekt for Kids push really hard here. They have their level 10 advantage. They could be able to get at least a 4 here, maybe even dive and get more. Brightwing splitting off, using her global advantage to, further their lead in any way that she can.
Yeah, definitely. Brightwing obviously can just split whenever she feels like phase shift's gonna be up. That might be a dead Junkrat though. Gets jumped on by John Cena and goes down very quickly to the Kerrigan combo. Vala getting taunted and flipped is in a world of hurt as well. Go for the throw coming out of Draymane, yeah.
Play. Squirrel Sean throwing his Greymane throw onto that Vala. I love it. I love seeing team coordinated plays like that where it's like, I got you, man, go get him. Just good push coming out here by Rekt for Kids. ADEZ still hasn't achieved that level 10. Is Barcode gonna look for a combo here? I'd like to see them just get the wall and back up. They're down a couple ultimates here. You don't really want to force a fight when your enemy team has ults and you don't.
Yeah, definitely a good little play by them to kill the small wall before killing the big towers or the main wall. If they had gotten that down before the Punisher jumped, they would have been able to jump on whoever the Punisher did as well. So, nice little play there. It didn't end up getting anything for them, but it's good awareness by them to try and keep that, keep the option open. Brightwing's gonna go get that split XP again. Just taking some camps. Zergling taking the bottom right siege camp. And just kind of go back to laning, get some more XP, try to hit 13 before this next objective on Rekt for Kids. And ADEZ, what do they do to come back here? What do you think?
They have to look to force, either an objective. They need to force either like a wall down or they do make something happen before the level 13 talent tier comes out for Rekt for Kids. I'd love to see them maybe even just force this mid wall down, have your heroes start attacking it, say, all right, Rekt for Kids, you're either going to give us the 5 pre-13 or you're going to give us a free wall. Putting them into a lose-lose situation. Tastar is actually finding the Kerrigan here in the bot lane. Combo does go out, says, thank you very much. I will take that siege camp that you worked so hard on and just take it. Oh, are they actually going to kill the Kerrigan here? Looks like they are going to take the 5 before 13 here. Really good silence coming out by Mecha Streisand, stopping the Emerald One. Kerrigan is going to fall. Taunt coming out by Garrosh. Woofers is going to die. Okay, Zergling, is he going to be able to get out here? No way. Huge Emerald Win coming out by Dan Clan, saving his team. Can Flower get him? 1 HP. Zergling survives. Wow, what a really good fight coming out for ADEZ. Yes, it was only a 1-for-2, but a 1-for-2 when your enemy opponent has a, talent tier advantage, you'll take that any day.
Yeah, that was excellent, excellent play. It was a fantastic Twilight Dream from Mecha Streisand to stop both the Emerald Wood and the taunt from Garrosh and the combo from Kerrigan right off the bat. So let them have time to get into position and actually win that fight. That was an excellent, excellent play there. They are still down a tier. They're going into this Immortal fight. Junkrat's going to try and get a few monkeys, as you call them, to start off before the enemy team gets here, but this fight's going to happen whether they like it or not, and they are still down a tier.
Flower is going to get tossed in. Her Unstoppable is down. She's in a spot here. Yo, good blasting charge coming out by the Junkrat here. They're all jumping out. Bless Shield turnaround. Good return damage coming out by ADEZ. Is Wolfer's going to die here? Beautiful play coming out by Squirrelshawn. The Q into the taunt, blowing up that Vala. ADEZ just need to leave here. You've lost your Volley, you've lost your Hyper Carry, you aren't winning this team fight. You need to go soak lanes.
And interesting to note, the Junkrat did go for the Bonzer hits at 4, so not going for either of the builds that I was talking about, so threw everything I was talking about out the window. Flip goes onto the minion, not the Malfurion like he wanted, but they are going to have the advantage on these Shrine creeps. So not a whole lot that ADEZ can really do about this without taking a very, very bad fight.
Yeah, it looks like they're just posturing around, giving Garrosh opportunities to get the flip kills. Looks like Vala is coming late, though. I think they are already going to have the John Cena, the frozen John Cena captured by the time the ball actually gets here. Yep, and that is going to be the case. So it looks like ADEZ is just going to defend the John Cena behind the wall here.
Yeah, and if somebody gets caught a little bit too close to their wall, that could be death if they get a flip off as well, but it looks like it's going to be Johanna to tank it. She's not in too much danger, has the Unstoppable to get out. But Woofs are getting jumped on in the back, as well as on Fury and getting comboed. Excellent combo from Kerrigan, good Twilight Dream to silence 4 people on Rekt for Kids. But they're all staying up with this Punisher, this John Cena coming in. Taunt going on to the Tassar, huge burst coming out of Garrosh and Greymane. Woofs are going to go down on Vala, J-Bow's going down on Tassadar. Dang Clan got flipped a little bit too far back, but he's going to get out scot-free as well. So excellent, excellent play.
Squirrelshawn and Zergling, man, they did the same thing. They have such good synergy. Squirrelshawn threw Zergling in. I just love it. I love to see this team coordination. Oh, the Junkrat does actually get the... Okay, Zergling's going to be completely fine here. Looks like they are going to invade the Night Camp. They have the 13 talent here. Let's see what they can get off of this. I'd love to see them, push down this mid fort. You have the 16 talent tier. You should force down objectives. They also are going to have top and bottom pressure. So yeah, this is going to be a free fort coming out for Rekt for Kids here.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, this is their playstyle, right? They got their lead, and now they're going to sit there and choke you out. They have this talent tier advantage. They're not going to give anything up. They're not going to fall back. They're going to be aggressive, take your camps, push your forts down, and force a fight even if you don't want it, if you're down a tier.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really solid play. I know they took the sieges, but I'd like to see them push here. It looks like they are going to posture around here, try and get those picks, those kills with their Garrosh. I like it. I like the 5-man main here. Maybe you can send Bribing off if she has TP up. Looks like Flower is going to get flipped here. Oh, looks like they are trying to swap onto Woosters and Kicky Boss. Good juke from the combo coming out by both of them. Looks like they're going to get out safe and sound. Flower is down half HP. That's just going to be a dead fort. They just need to give it up.
Yeah, uncharacteristic whiffing of skills, right? The combo missed on Barcode, Squirrelshawn missed his taunt, but they still get the fort, and they're just going to try and wait for their cooldowns before this next objective.
Yeah, I mean, let's see if they're going to try and take this wall as well. Objective is that way they have pressure in the top lane as well as being the fight around the objective is going to be happening. It looks like they are going to back off, take their knights and the sieges. I like this line of play. Essentially just setting yourself up so that the map is going to be in your favor while you guys are fighting around the objective. Also, I'd like to see him just leave the Bribing top. He does have the TP so that you can get max value out of that global.
Yeah, definitely gonna send Brightwing into top lane to push with this Khazra camp, or the Summoner camp. Squirrelshawn gonna get started on this. He has the in for the kill at 4, which gives him excellent Shrine Clear actually. Gives him the mana refunding cooldown for free after he W's something and kills it. So he's gonna be clearing up a lot of these, kind of like old Kerrigan with the Ravage resets. But looks like ADEZ is posturing up for a kill or for a fight. They want to hit 16 before this fight. They really, really do, but they're not in a great spot to do so.
Yeah, I mean, Rekt for Kids here already has a 30 advantage onto the the monkeys. I'm trying to call them monkeys. I was trying
That's
to think of a
fine.
different
You're good.
name.
Don't worry about it. Monkeys is fine.
So it looks like Rekt for Kids are going to be able to get the John Cena. And this is the scariest of all John Cenas. It is the Arcane Punisher. This is, like, hands down the strongest of the three, Frostfire and Arcane. Are they going to be able to get onto Junkrat? Okay, he is going to be safe here. But this should be a keep going to the sides of Rekt for Kids. It should be an even talent tier fight, though. ADEZ really need to make something happen here. There's so much map pressure going on. They need to get kills in this bottom lane.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try and pull the Punisher up a little bit to soak some of the damage off of that bottom keep, but because they took down that keep wall earlier, big taunt going on to Johanna, but nothing coming out of it. Because they took down that keep wall, this is all of the huge combo onto the Tassadar. Gets flipped, doesn't quite die. Kerrigan looking to come in. Squirrel Sean saying, go in there, you need to combo. Throwing Kerrigan at people. But, ooh, another flip. That is a dead Tassadar. He had no E because he had popped it earlier and didn't quite get the Archon off in time.
Looks like they might be going for more here. Kerrigan actually gets booped in. Really good play coming out by the Junkrat there. Throwing the Kerrigan out of position. Looks like they are looking to chase down for more. Wooster with the aggressive vault in. Emerald Wind coming out by Bribing here. And Ancestral, looks like they are going to get away Scrots free. Rekt for the Kid. And look in the top lane right now. They ended up getting really good damage onto this top keep because of that night pressure that they took out earlier. Oh, looks like a fight is going to be going down on the bottom side. Flip coming out by the Greymane. Zergling is going to blow up that Junkrat all by himself. Is he going to be able to get out? Yes. Okay, he avoids. Looks like Flower is still in a really rough position here. Is Zergling going to be able to get more onto this Vala? He's really close. Okay, he is going to be able to get the E. This might actually be game. All they have is a Malfurion and a Tassadar to defend. No, okay, it doesn't look like they want to try and go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Looks like
Maybe they're waiting for the creep wave. Actually, they might try to end here.
Yeah, I mean, they are getting top keep as well. Meanwhile, this is happening. Yeah, okay, it does look... Might be able to do it. I think they 100% could have done it sooner, but let's see if that little indecision is actually going to cost them.
Yeah, this might actually just be game here. Like, the Greymane damage is huge coming onto this, and Dementia with the Lightning Bond, 40%. Dan Clan popping the Emerald Wind, and yeah, that's going to be it. That is a quick 2-0. Very decisive from Rekt for Kids, going 2-0 over ADEZ. Excellent play there.
Yeah, all in all, I think it was a really good set. I think really well played by Rekt for Kids. You know, they are proving why they went undefeated in Chair League last season. You know, they are proving why they are the team to beat. Really smart drafts, really well played and all by them. You know, make sure and bend that Garrosh. You know, I need to give shout outs to Squirrel Sean throwing his teammates in. I love seeing that kind of play where it's, all right, I'm going to throw you in, go for the throat that guy, get the kill, or I saw him do it with the Kerrigan a couple times as well. Just really good team play coming out by them.
Yeah, excellent. That was a good thing to mention. Into the fray, throwing teammates in, especially late game. That Junkrat in that bottom fight near the end booped the Greymane towards him with Bonzer hit, especially with that increased range. And Greymane just said, "Okay, I'm fine with being next to you." Hit go for the throat, killed the Junkrat pretty instantly, and then they won the fight from there. That ended up actually giving them the game. But that's gonna do it. 2-0 from Rekt for Kids. So we had two 2-0s today. We had the Rekt for Kids over ADEZ, and then Trog Squad over Snitches Get Stitches. Yeah, I was gonna say, so that's gonna do it for us, I think. Thank you all so much for watching, though. Excellent. Michael Udall, you did great. I was so happy to do this with you, man. I was really nervous going into this, but I think we did great. I'm gonna give us a pat on the back.
Yeah, I would say I feel like we did pretty good. I mean, feedback is always not trying to hijack the cast, but if you know, feel free, Twitter, Michael_Udall, tweet out things that you think I did good, things I did bad. I'm looking to improve as a caster. Even you can just say in the Twitch chat, I'll say for a little bit. Winterheart, you were amazing, man. It was a pleasure to cast with you. I really enjoyed it. I know we were both nervous going into it, but you know, all in all, I feel like as a whole, we did pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, I would say so. And if you like what we do, Nexus Commentaries, go ahead and give us a follow. Patreon links right there in the chat as well if you'd like to support further, as well as a sub button. Get that First Blood emote. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I'll slip it back to the outro screen. We'll get some more music for a couple of minutes, and then we'll probably just head off. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. And everybody, have a great day. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, I messed everything up.
Man, my mic is so shitty. What the hell? Does it always sound like that?
No, it was just that last game. I'm gonna mute. All right, so black screen because it just died. I messed up. Okay. I put down the wrong thing. Let's see if we can get this back.